Peace, love, and unity, beautiful people. I'm Indigo Forrest, and you're watching Freedom Behind Bars, the music analysis show where we find liberation behind our alliteration and meaning behind our melodies. On today's episode, we're going to be turning the key and finding the bars behind one of my new favorite albums. You know her, you love her, we admire her, and now we about to dissect her. Y'all ready? Let's get it.
I've been manifesting visions. Oh, child, I've been making them all true. I've been focused on my mission. I am stuck to it, my glue. You see me walking into my higher self. You see the universe out here preparing my wealth, and it ain't no stopping, y'all. It ain't no dropping the ball at all. Maybe in autumn, that's the only time I fall. I don't wish it bad, but my enemies crawl. I'm standing on faith, and I'm 10 feet tall. I prayed up, stayed up many nights. Just
pause. In this show, I want to make sure that I give the artist time to let their bars speak for themselves before I do any analysis. I even put in a piece of my 2 cents. She started the album off with a poem, which I just feel like was just so Jill Scott of her. It was just so Jill Scott of her. I love her. I love her so much. Miss Scott, you did your big one.
My wealth, and it ain't no stopping, y'all. It ain't no dropping the ball at all. Maybe in autumn, that's the only time I fall. I don't wish it bad, but my enemies crawl. I'm standing on faith, and I'm 10 feet tall. I prayed up, stayed up many nights just to write. A hunger in my belly and a savage appetite. I check this checklist every day of my life. I make love. I be good. I do dope shit. Pay attention, watch me mention. I make love. I be good. I do dope shit.
All right. I feel like that song spoke for itself a lot. Like, as a poet, hearing her open up the entire album with a poem was it was such a bold move. It paid so much homage to everything that we already know her to be, but it really gives us a look into who she's becoming and who she's giving this letter to whom it may concern. If you take a little look at the artwork, you can definitely, like, I took a minute, and in your own time, please zoom in on her artwork. Like, across the face, she has written, like, I'm free, we, us, all, I am, which anything within biblical text, I am is just, it is the beginning, the end. It is just proof that God is within us. It is proof that God is within this album. It is proof that she is declaring her space and deciding to take up space in the society, which as a Black woman is a bold move. I love that. We also know that represents a lot of the solar plexus that I am feeling, that I know who I am feeling. And that's definitely also very root chakra grounded, that I'm safe, I'm here, I belong feeling. I was looking at the rest of her face. She had C written above the eyes, which I really liked. And then it says, one day we will destroy all of those who wish to harm us. We are not alone. Like, please look at the artwork. Please look at the artwork. We do not need your approval. Prolific. Like, just... I'm just so happy to be able to experience this in real time as a person that I wrote, guys, just for reference, I wrote my essay to graduate on Jill Scott. I specifically wrote it referencing the album that she had that had the song Rolling Hills on it. That baby, you don't recognize what you got between them thighs. That really helped propel me into womanhood. So now, as a young woman listening to her album, I got so much wisdom, so much depth from it. And I'm excited. I'm going to go ahead and get started on the next song, and we're going to listen to it. So let's get into the first bars that she said. we're going to pause for our first talking point right here. If you notice, she used the words I wanted, I want. And if anything, nobody knows anything about manifestation, just to want something usually doesn't put enough power behind it. She said she wanted to be good. She wanted to do good. She wanted to feel free. But then there was a moment where you notice the lyricism changed. She made a decision. She said she chose to look at her history, to look at where she came from. She didn't try to ignore it or push it down. She chose to look at her history and where she came from and made an active choice to cognitively change her mind, therefore changing her outlook on life. So that's already just a really powerful way to start off. I feel like this song is very heavy affirmation based. So let's see where she goes from there. I love that. I love that. So she said the first thing that she did, so it all starts with just the desire to wanting to change. And then she took that desire, and when moving and walking in that level of power, there's going to be a lot of opinions that come from people. And she took that moment to decide not to let anybody's opinions, like she said, deter her sight or wrong her rights, to guide her life, to delay her flight, to literally, she decided to not let anything that anybody had to say about her change the way that she wanted to start living her life. So once again, very heavy affirmations for anybody that's going through a period of growth, to whom it may concern for a reason. I feel like this was a letter written to a specific group of people, and we're going to see if we part of that group, y'all. Well, I'm part of the group. We're going to see if y'all part of that group, y'all. I'm flying high now. That's beautiful. That's beautiful too. We're going to be saying that a lot because Jill Scott, that's a poet right there. She literally says, hold on, let's go back and look at that. She started to not only change her mindset, but then she started to change her actions. Because what did they say? Faith without works is dead. So the first thing that she did was she decided she wanted to be different. Then she decided to not let other people's opinions start to change how she moved about her life. Then she started to decide, where does she spend her time? Where does she put her energy? Because where you put your energy is really where you put your heart. That's where you put your love. So it's just a lot of decision making. Like, for this album to start off with her just making such strong decisions. More manifestation. She's just going in right now. I won't let that bar pass without acknowledging just the weight of that. She said she chooses not to be here to live in fear or just to exist. I don't know if you guys remember when I just was talking about how I just love how much space she takes up. Because there's a difference between living and just existing. She chooses to live, but she chooses not to just to do anything. She chooses to live intentionally. And she kind of tells us what things and what guides are she using right now to start making her future life choices. And let's keep going. I'ma go ahead and be great. Why not? Come on, Huck. I'ma go ahead and be great. Why not? I'm not gonna let that pass either. Let's just try all saying that together. I'ma go ahead and be great. Why not? That's it. That's the bar. She explained herself. Keep going. Y'all heard her. Why are you listening to other people as you're starting to walk on your path to destiny? You were born to fly. You were born to do more than what other people did. You were literally not created to be on the same path as anybody. So let them keep the score of what they decide that they want to do with their lives. But then that gives you that moment to start really rewriting. How do you want your life to look for you? Verse 2. Because let me just give you a little backstory. I heard this album for the first time. I think the day it came out. I've listened to it probably 5-10 times since then. But when the first time I heard her say this, it was like, I don't know if you've ever heard the phrase of like just how you decide how you choose to show up in the world. She chose to show up, but she coated herself in the armor of God immediately before she did anything. She said, I'm about to walk in this room and I'm going to let them see Jehovah's light all over me. Some poets don't need to be explained too much. That was such a clear bar, such a concise bar, such a powerful bar. She's going to walk in and forget letting them just see her, letting them just see Jill, letting them just see whoever's listening to the album. She walks in, and after making all these conscious decisions that this is how she wants to live her life, she makes sure that the first thing when you see her is that you see God. You see the light of God. You see the love of God. You see the radiation of just everything that she's worked for coming into fruition. Y'all know what I'm about to say. That's so beautiful. Keep going.
I'm gonna walk into this room and I'm gonna let them see God, Jehovah's will all over me. And
there ain't nothing they can do about it. The rest of this song is mostly her repeating the same lyrics of just, I'm gonna go ahead and be great. Some of the main points that we need to take away from this is that she starts this album off very heavy with intentions, very heavy with showing us the power of words, very heavy with showing us the power of our mindset, and then not only creating the mindset that you want to live in, but then having guidance, because you can say the affirmations all day, but who's guiding you? And that's up for you to decide.
To finish it, you want, and people gonna, when this come out, you're gonna listen to everything and every single word, and everybody's gonna, when you get to the first show after this drop, they're gonna be sitting right in and feeling every word.
For beautiful people, let's just take a quick minute to listen to the little conversation that she's having in the beginning. She was already speaking so much life over this album before it came out. Whoever her friend or loved one was that was speaking to her, they said it was going to be a banger, a great listen from start to finish, and they didn't lie. I've never been able to listen to this album so far without taking the time to acknowledge and appreciate all the different parts of it. We're going to skip forward in the lyrics a little bit.
Ain't a happenstance or whim. Our love is continual, continually, Saint of sin, it's deeper than. Our love is bigger than time erased.
I wonder if the spaces, because this is on Jill Scott's page, I wonder if the spaces in the lyrics were intentional. I don't know if anybody's ever seen of the use or heard of the use of white space within poetry. But it's sometimes just creating extra space within the bars just to allow extra room for breath, for interpretation. So if we were to look at that with the use of white space, our love is bigger than time, the main root sentence of that. And then the or race would be the accent sentence of it. Then our love is rhythm and chime. And then the it resonates in every space. I think she purposefully put those spaces there. I think she put it everywhere she wanted us to take pause. That's really, really insightful. That was a really cool choice on her as an artist, just to have this available as a lyric video. Let's keep going.
It resonates in every space. It fills the place.
Oh wow, there's more white space. It got bigger, y'all. That's cool. Yeah, that's definitely, it had to be intentional. I don't think she does anything unintentionally. Yeah, it definitely was intentional, because now she's breaking up even beauty and full. Let's let her keep talking. You know, one of the things that I really would like to also give pause and bring light to is the fact that she talks about our people right after this song that basically, like I said, gave very much of an ancestral guttural war cry. Then she talks about how really all the things that have caused us to win as a people has been our love. Like, granted, it is also our strength, it is also our perseverance, but it's our love that has canceled out mountains, because you know there ain't no mountain too big for us. It's our love that traversed, that overcame, that came past seas. Our love is the art of war. If you know the art of war, it's a heavy manipulation, tactic-based book. She references that and says, our love is the art of war. Our love is what has traversed the seas. It's definitely giving a lot of power back to leading with love, moving with love. And I think that one of the things that she teaches us later in this album is what healthy love looks like. Because people think that sometimes, I guess, love is just being soft all the time. And there is strength and softness, but love is a lot of creating boundaries, creating space, and just making sure that the thing that you love is protected. So I love that she gives the power to us moving in love, but I love that she also gives the space to understand that history is the history that it is. And although dark, we still be persevering, y'all. I'm proud of us.
Yes, our love traversed the sea. Yes, our love is the art of war, conquering all algorithms
and wicked
systems of things. Our love ain't a glitzy Valentine moment. Our love ain't no fable. Our love is real. Our love is the gift. Our love is when truly felt. I'm sincerely. Oh, beautiful.
So this gives us an idea of who she's speaking to and to whom it may concern. She's talking to her people. I don't think that she just means black people. I don't think. She might be talking to black people. I think she's talking about people that are moving in love, though. I think she's talking about people that get the message when they hear what she's saying. This album is very black. This is a very black album. We're not going to sit here and listen to this album and act like she was just like, all people matter. Yes, all people matter. But this album, I feel like, was definitely a love letter to black people. At least these first couple songs so far have definitely felt like an ode to us and our struggle. And I appreciate her for acknowledging that. Sometimes it's really weird to even try to step into that space, to acknowledge that you do love your people, because you feel like, oh, I got to make sure I mention everybody. I love that she took the time to acknowledge her people.
My beautiful.
The harmonies and build up to this are gorgeous. Also, as somebody that practices affirmations, that repetition, that heavy rehearing the words and letting them become true to you because of that. I think she did that as well within this song, just the repeating of my beautiful people, my beautiful people, my beautiful people. That is definitely an affirmation to just, she said this album was going to be for her people. So it's like, if there was one way to go get them, you might as well go call out to them over and over again. If you kept calling my name, I would answer.
I just wanna be cool with you.
There goes that I am. We got that reoccurring motif going on with the I am. There's a lot of I in here. I love that she always starts off with the self. That's beautiful.
I love your soul, I do. I just wanna shine in the night like a star with you.
She spent the rest of this song speaking so much life over black people. All right, y'all. So as we move into this next song, I think listen to the art. Here is Off the Back, which is it is one of my favorite songs on the entire album lyrically. So we're gonna go into that one.
Off the back of my ancestors. Let it breathe. Let that breathe.
I love this intro. This is beautiful.
Honey still drips from my lips and it's amazing. Take time for paper to pen. I wash my face and all of my couple of friends are fake adjacent. Penthouse high in the sky, still fuck with basements. Placement, wherever I wanna be, I'm still grazing. Take time out of my mind, but I be thinking. Take a little note of my trees and I
I think that that beginning part was just, it was nice. It kind of reminds me of, I don't y'all know the way where she woke up, took a shower, got dressed. It was like she did that, but this time it was for herself and for her ancestors. So I love that. Um she said that her face exhibits the love and the light of God and the people that lived before her. And I think that that is something so important that we all forget, like how many people had to go through so much for us to even just be here, for us to even be able to exist within this world, within this light. There's just so much. We literally are doing this off of the back of our ancestors. So let's keep going.
Inside, oh, you be going at me, smiling, singing, having you amaze me. Ooh, I like to see ya. I wash my hands upon them people who say that I ain't can. I really love for me.
There she go again, not listening to anybody. That's right. I wash my hands of all people who said that I ain't and who said that I can't. Hold that.
And all around the cities, my people get what they're wanting for. And I be moaning some moons, and I be sleeping too. Off the back of my ancestors.
Come on, harmonies.
Off the back of my ancestors.
You know, one of the things that I love about this song is she just acknowledges just the simple little joys that we get to experience. She said, I'll be sleeping too. That's right, because working off the back of your ancestors doesn't just mean that I went out and got this degree, I went and accomplished this, I went and got this monetary dollar amount. She said, I enjoy peace. I enjoy rest. I enjoy discernment within my friend groups and within my familial bloodlines. Like that's a blessing to be able to even have, to be in a state where we have the choice to have discernment, to be in a state where we have the choice to have rest. Is really just so much gratitude to anybody that ever came before us. I love her so much. Love her.
Annie Laurie, Shirley Dolores, Linwood Harry, David Lee, Amy Pitt, Warren Braswell. Yep, we're part of the Braswell family. Blue. There's another one, A.D. Damage, too.
That's beautiful. You better give a familiar shout out.
Joyce Alice. On this fine day, I can go to the bookstore, buy a book, and
read it.
I can go around the world traveling, see some beautiful things when they said I was only dreaming.
That's just such a blessing. Like, we are so blessed, y'all. Like, you know, I know there'll be a lot going on in the world, but we are so blessed. She's right. We do have the opportunity to go out and see a whole beautiful world, to go buy a book, to know how to have the literacy to read said book. Like, we're blessed. We're blessed.
I can sing diverse music to a diverse audience in diverse seating. Might not equate to much to some, but I'm grateful to all the pioneers who stood up for freedom and Ella. Thankful for everyone who came through the back doors, rode the backwoods bus through imminent danger. They did it for themselves.
And I was just about to say that, but ultimately they did it for us. I love that she wrote that bar next, because the first time I heard that, I was thinking the same exact thing. They did it for themselves, because by choosing themselves, and that's really what she's asking us to do as well. To choose ourselves, not just for ourselves, but for the generations that come after us, by choosing to set healthier boundaries, by choosing to prioritize our mental health, by choosing to practice healthier habits within our diets, within our spirits, within our learning processes. We are literally becoming ancestors for the generation that comes after us. Like, give them a back to stand on, y'all. We got this. We can do this.
But ultimately, they did it for us. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. That was beautiful. This song was so fun. We got to remember that Miss Jilly from Philly is a lyricist. Let's listen.
It's a Thursday and I left my blues in the back of the second drawer in my nightstand. I'm too busy giving sounds paprika your taste. My, Oja, I'm so hot.
Pause. Did anybody watch the Cat Williams comedy special? Did y'all learn that paprika wasn't a spice the same way that I did? Because I never thought about it. Paprika is definitely not commonly found in nature. However, I was also watching this other young lady. I cannot remember her name, but she was on TikTok and she was talking about how every culture has a sofrito except for Black people, like a pre-made like dish of herbs and spices that they already use, like, you know, like the Hispanics, or depending on like the type of Hispanic you are, have like adobo, or they have like an actual canned sofrito. And then other cultures like Haiti has their own sofrito. They call it something else. I can't remember. But she said if it had been us, ours would have been garlic pepper, onion powder, paprika, and something else. And I thought that was cute. So I don't even know if that has anything to do with what Miss Jill Scott was talking about. However, I think it's cute that us as a people know to add a little paprika, a little razzle dazzle on your taste buds.
Hi, listen in the primo vision. I add a whole woman of grace in every color, every spectrum prism. Yeah, go ahead and say that twice. Every bar that I spit is from living the life. She nice. You think I don't see it? My glow shines from the solar plex of my being.
Yay! She talked about the solar plexus. I knew I wasn't tripping. She talked about it. She said that glow shines from the solar plex of my being. That's it. She said it.
She sweet and she tough. I could give you my all, but is it ever enough? They say chatting about my body on IG. Say I'm a mean bitch, I'm an Illuminati. But ain't nowhere near around here. When I write these songs, when I like my split, when I raise my son, atone for my sins. When I stack my papes, when I deal with these men, none of them could ever.
She said, despite what y'all may think, everybody's success was not gotten through dark forces. She said, when I do every action of my life, that light radiates through me. And I felt that. Knowing that you are on the good side of the war. Definitely be difficult sometimes. But you know that it's in every single action that you do. It's in every action that you do.
Be me, JILLSCOTT in the place.
Such a classic ode to hip hop. That spelling out of the name that, I think Cameron did it. I can't even think of everybody that's done it at this very moment. Like, but if y'all can think of anybody, please drop them in the comments. But y'all know that that's a good old classic, old school. Like that spelling out of the name. North Philly, she did that. She put on for North Philly in this verse.
North Philly,
it's a Thursday and I left my blues.
Tierra Whack. It's nothing whack about you. She came on here with the second verse. Let's just listen to Tierra.
In the backseat of an Uber, Hollywood, hallelujah. I've been seeing right through you. These bars are nasty while I'm spitting them out. And once I tell you my price, won't take no different amount.
There we go. Setting that, she kind of reinforced that same type of thing that Jill Scott was talking about knowing your worth, setting your worth, being able to walk into your power. She said once she sets that price, there is no different amount.
Okay, I think I finally figured it out. I am the greatest, always in the latest, like Lawrence. So pardon my arson. I don't bargain with peasants, pleasant surprise, rapping better than you got.
I don't bargain with peasants, pleasant surprise. We love a little alliteration.
Despise me, you should let me be your guide. I'm high, loaded like potatoes, so poppy like mayo on a hoagie. You imposter rigatoni. The top is lonely, but I never feel alone. After all this time, they done made so many clones. The Almighty, I'm winning cause God likes me.
I stopped that bar and ran it back 4 times. The Almighty, I'm winning cause God likes me. You felt that? I felt that.
Most likely, surviving with the shiesty. Turn me to a maximum. White men, I'm stacking them. Living like it's golden, me and Sheila go platinum. Praying obey to the W.
Now she brought up I didn't even realize that. She said living like it's golden. Because, you know, just got this golden song. But Sheila, because they went up the mountain. Because did she just say something about a mountain? Am I tripping? No, she did say, okay, she just said me and Sheila go platinum. I thought she said up the mountain, me and Sheila going platinum. I was about to say, come on up that mountain.
And I'm praying obey to the WHEK, I'm here to stay.
I love that she switches to singing in the middle of her rapping. You better let them know you could do both.
Get after what they want. Some sit jealous and talk shit. Ain't got a path to this. They be pissed, ain't love like this. And
that is a thing. That is a thing that you have to acknowledge. That was a very, very real bar that she said. She said, what is the price of being this dope? The price is that there are people who aren't even on the same level as you. Spiritually, financially, whatever, just success-wise and achievement-wise. But those will be the same people that will talk down on your name. So she's really giving us some keys. Some major keys.
I can't be rich and cold. I can't be flying smooth. I cut with the syllables linguistically audible.
Hold on. Just I'm gonna let's just go. This is where I really wanted to. Let's start off with just not being able to put us in the boxes. Because you can be everything. You are everything. You should be everything. There is no box for you. There's no box that is big enough to contain everything that your spirit is. Because who says you can't be rich and cool? Who says you can't be fly and smooth? And then she said she cuts the syllables. It's the parts of a word. But she says she doesn't just do it. She doesn't just cut them up. She does it linguistically, like the study of languages. She cuts up parts of words with beautiful language. It makes it digestible. I cut up the syllables linguistically. Edible. The syllables linguistically edible. Give real to intelligent freaks. And then a griot is a storyteller. Typically, that was somebody that held great reverence or held great power within the community just because they were able to tell the stories. She said, so she gives them stories to intelligent freaks. I wax poetic, go inevitable. I transform into me. Jill Scott, Grand Town Queen Beast. North Philly, baby. This song makes me want to smile. Let me hear you say, oh, yeah, I want to give a shout out to DJ Premier. Y'all, I love you, baby. Thank you, Tierra Wack. Thank you for FOXing with a girl. You know I love you, fool. Philly you all day. Each and every way. Disclaimer. I thought this song was funny. For the next song, utterance discretion is advised. You may sing along, but if you get your shit shook, I am not
liable, responsible, or at fault, or fault adjacent. If you get kicked, let's say in the mouth, or punched.
Come on, at fault adjacent. I'm not at fault or even next to being at fault. Keep going if you get what?
The neck. There is zero accountability here. Zero. No, nil. If 2 or 3 my side sisters or 2 or 5 people in this here place happen to stomp the fuck out you with caramel butters, that is entirely, wholly, completely, and utterly your fault.
Did she say with some butters on? She ate this up in a way only she can. Because she already told us what type of life she wanted, but now she's telling us what she absolutely will not tolerate. And what are those things, Miss Scott?
I don't want no more niggas trying to break my faith. I don't want no niggas trying to break my faith. Well, if you think I'm talking about just somebody black.
Cool, because I wanted to say it. Anybody can be a nigga. Everyone can be a nigga. Every nigga is a star. What is that from? Every nigga is a star. It was from Kendrick. It was from To Pimp a Butterfly. It was from To Pimp a Butterfly. I like that. That was funny. But she said, you the niggas I'm talking about.
Well, you is the nigga and you need to know that. You's an ignorant motherfucker. Your facts is just fine. I don't want no more nigga blues.
And don't.
I said I don't want no more nigga blues. I don't want no more nigga.
better sing. I ain't got nothing to say. Just keep singing. Whoa. She doesn't stop there.
You think I'm talking about just somebody black? Well, you is the nigga, and you need to know that. You's an ignorant motherfucker. All your facts is just I don't want no more nigga.
And then she proceeds to name every.
I said I don't want no
She proceeds to name every blues any nigga has ever felt. Continue.
more nigga blues. I don't want no more. I just can't do it. Yo, how you gonna trip and not pay your mortgage? I don't want no more. You in jail again this weekend? I don't want no more. You ain't got your child support. I don't want no more. You bought a dress? I don't want no more.
Oh my God, we forget how funny she is. Because I don't have anything to say about this song. It's just one of my favorite songs on the album. It is so funny. It is such a funny song. Keep going.
When your house is a mess, I don't want no more nigga blues. When you're scamming and stealing and lying and trying to be something.
But let's just really, for 2 seconds, the knowledge that you have to have of music, it's just musicality, it's just of knowing jazz standards, of knowing blues, of knowing, because she had that first build up and I thought the song was over. I thought it was a quick little short song, because in blues that build up would have meant that when she started taking up the notes and started getting ready to modulate, I thought it was time for the song to be over. No, she said there's a refrain, here is more, and then she switched up the tempo. I love that. We love a good cadence switch.
Pretending you got more than what you got. I don't want no more nigga blues. Keep on
You better hit that basement.
nigga blues. I don't want no more.
Remember that build up I was talking about, guys? She's about to do a traditional blues build up for us, so we're just gonna go back for that.
Oh my nigga blues.
Sustain it.
That's how I feel, Joe.
That's how we feel too, mama. That's how we feel too. God, I love that woman. All right. I be forgetting sometimes that I'm recording. Because I almost just acted a fool on this camera. I don't want no more nigga blues. Oh, baby, I don't want no more nigga blues. I'm just transitioning. Okay, there we go. Transition's over.
The little pill with a big story to tell.
Yeah.
Jardiance plays a role in my story, too.
Wow. I just noticed that all of these are labeled as poems. Like, mind you, there were ones that we could, like, clearly, of course, tell were poetry, but she labeled these all as poems. Like, that makes me happy.
I wanted you to be mine in the daytime as well as the night, but you needed to hide me, and that just don't sit right.
I resonated with that. Like, as a woman, as a human, but as a woman, knowing that there are certain aesthetics or types that people go for, and you may not fit into that, but you still got to learn to love yourself anyway. Because you'll be sitting there loving somebody all authentically, but she said, I wanted to love you in the daytime as well as in the night. Like, Don't accept any love that doesn't feel whole. You know, my dad used to say a really weird sentence to me, but he said, don't be out here fucking ducking and sucking. And I asked him, what you mean by that? He said, you know what the first word is. I said, okay. He said, but ducking is anybody that gotta hide you off. I said, okay. He said, and you know what the last word is too. And I was like, you know what, Dad? You and Miss Jill Scott are right. I felt that.
I wasn't the aesthetic. I guess I get it. So much pressure to appear just like them. Pretty and cosmetic, elementary alphabetic. So much pressure.
And the thing is, most of us don't look like that. Like that standard of beauty, like the pretty cosmetic done up head to toe, everything is just patty. A lot of us don't look like that. Like, I love that she just encourages being your own type of beautiful, but acknowledging that was an experience that she went through where she felt like she had to be their type of beautiful. That's a bold statement to make.
To appear just like them, just like them, just like them. So much pressure to appear just like them, just like them, just like them. So much pressure to appear just like them. You chased me for a couple weeks and a couple months till I said yes to lunch. Love moves swiftly, we graduated, then intensely showed us no need to fake it. I wasn't the aesthetic.
That's a weird feeling. And I know every woman's experienced that, like, where somebody do the most, they chase after you. They literally chase after you. And apply pressure, even if you don't want it. Just for you to feel like you're not enough later in the relationship. It's just a quick reminder that you're always more than enough. Keep going.
I guess I get it. So much pressure to appear just like them. I find it so pathetic. I know you gon' regret it. So much pressure to appear just like them, just like them, just like them. So much pressure to appear just like them, just like them, just like them. So much pressure to appear just like them. You're like a wall outside my bedroom door, howling at the moon for me, craving all my hasty love. Now you got plenty money, plenty fame. I know you're out there smiling for the world and thinking my name.
That's also a very That's also a very like interesting place to be in when she's literally at this point she's saying, she's reiterating the same thing, but it's just it resonates so much to have that feeling of somebody like they're literally chasing after you. She said, you were howling at the moon for me. Then you got a little fame, got a little money, and then they changed the way that they acted towards you. I think this is the part of the album where I think we really start to move heavier from just like very much root, sacral, solar plexus base until we start moving into the heart, like start moving into healing. I love that she chooses to allow us to feel and then heal before we move on to the next chapter. So let's keep going. Go ahead. Come on, 333. Y'all see that at the bottom.
Much pressure to be just like them. I find it so pathetic. I know you gon' regret it. So much pressure to
Okay, great. Here we go. We got her song featuring Too Short. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know how this is pronounced. Is it Boppy? B-Potty? Boppy. Potty. Boppity. Bibbity. B-P-O-T-Y?
I say, preacher man, what you trying to do? Trying to get this money, if that's all you do. When mama ain't got squat, but you take that too. You ain't good for the people, that's why you move. Where's the university?
Woof. Woof. She started off attacking the church. She said, preacher man, where's all the actual things that you're doing to benefit the community? Where's the purpose of why our churches were created? Where's the black excellence?
Where's all the food for free? People can't pay the bills, but you're still riding around in a coupe to fill. Biggest pimp of the year.
Biggest pimp of the year. B-P-O-T-Y. Y'all, I've heard this song several times, but I've been like, I wonder if it's called Boptity, Bibbity, Bapati. It's biggest pimp of the year.
Biggest pimp of the year. Pharmaceutical industry got me down the hill. Keep me in the hospital. Bill, sky high. Suppress my symptoms till I die.
Ooh, that's a word. She's really getting into some topics going on here, because that is definitely a thing within the pharmaceutical and healthcare industry. You are more profitable sick than you are well, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
What you trying to do to me? Keep me coming like a whole on a track, lots of facts. Biggest pimp out like yeah.
She's addressing everyone. She's addressing the churches, the healthcare system, the people that are quite literally pimping us. Okay.
That's right. Biggest family.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's my great pleasure to introduce you to an expert of pimpology.
This accent is so cute. I love her so much. The expert pimpology. Too short.
Biggest family.
Thank you for being here.
Sure.
Could you expound on the mentality of pimp?
Biggest family.
Bitch, I got you hooked on me. Whatever I want, that's what you gon' be. You choose me, you won't need another plan or another man. Just put the money in my hand, yeah, I'm pimping. But don't be confused, cause being used ain't the same as paying dues.
Ooh, being used as the same as paying dues. Ooh, as an artist, you ain't never heard that. Oh, why don't you do the show for free? You gotta pay your dues. Gotta pay your exposure. Y'all ever wrote a check to the landlord for exposure? Y'all ever paid some dues at the grocery store? Me neither.
I get mine, and you get nothing. And everybody's happy, no huffing and puffing. If you want my love, you gotta give me more. It's the relationship between the pimp and the whore. I just run a little game first. It's her treat, and everything's on her. She bought me 2 cars, but I don't need those. I need prostitutes, more hookers and hoes, cause they love daddy. I make a fiend for me. Work hard for the money, then bring it to me.
Well,
Biggest family. Biggest family.
This has been brought to you by Education for your home and family. Doing what we do each and every day.
this beat reminds me of that song "Go Get It" by SZA and Doechii, and I like that.
They needed money, I lent them money, never reimbursed, now my feelings hurt. Yeah, I picked the wrong one, but I ain't gonna serve. I married a bitch, I didn't know.
I never peeped that instead of saying she's not going backwards, she played it backwards. This is why you keep the lyrics up.
Too fast when the sugar went slow. Yeah, I picked the wrong one, but I ain't going to still hot. Bought all that stuff, so I feel rich. Now it's April and I feel still hot. Spirit said, I let her in. Now she pathologically lying.
I didn't even, wow, that's crazy. That background part, you must trust your intuition. She said that in the back, but she said it in the front too. That is usually when we suffer our greatest lessons, is when we did not listen to spirit, to ourselves. And she said she got with a bitch. Everybody done been with a little bitch before. It's okay, Miss Scott.
I wasn't thinking, should've known. Now I'm baby mama number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You don't think you can help me? Anything's possible. You learn from your mistakes. You try not to do the same. Don't do the same.
That was very vulnerable of her to share that with us. The way that made her feel. To call yourself baby mother number 4. Like, I mean, it's her truth, but she acknowledged it. It's a bold woman, man. I love her. We might start a little cat tally. How many times has Indigo said she loves Jill Scott? It'll never stop.
Could it be we be buying dreams to disguise what we don't have?
Let's just start somewhere else for a second. It's funny because I think that she really addresses what a lot of us have been doing, just engaging in consumerism, engaging in superficial fixes that don't necessarily like actually feed the spirit. They just do something in the temporary. I mean, I've been guilty of it. I have been guilty of it. So let's listen.
Could it be we worship things that ultimately can't last? Could it be we sabotage love cause it hurt us in the past? Could it be we can't clearly see what to subtract and what to add?
And that's the thing too. Sometimes you'd be in a situation so long, like when I learned that the body doesn't necessarily, or the mind doesn't necessarily crave what's safe, it craves what's familiar or what it deems to be safe. You'll realize that you will keep repeating those same patterns if you don't learn what is the base of this formula. Like she literally said, if you don't even know what to add and to subtract, how are you ever going to get to the end of the equation? You don't even know where to start. Introspection is definitely a heavy theme of this album. And
You do the math, 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 and see what you get. Could it be we flee responsibility? All cause mom and dad made us sad. Hear me now.
And there she goes again, talking about that familial trauma, talking about the same ancestors whose backs we're living off of. Sometimes it'll be the same people that we got to heal from, but you can't keep it as an excuse forever.
Could it be we give up on justice? Cause the programming so dynamic, so bad. Could it be we're suffering in low esteem and low standards? Could it be? Could it be? Could it be?
that's a statement to meditate on. That you get so in love with those dark parts, that you get so in love with those bad habits, that you get so familiar with them, you don't even attempt to break them anymore.
Do the math, you 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 do it, you do the math. See what you get, see what you get, see what you get. You do the math, you do the math, you do the math, you do the math. Subtract the fake from the real. See how you feel. Multiply kindness and harmony. See how you breathe. If it makes things better for you, baby. You do the math. That's all I ask. You do the math. You do the math.
I think this is a great pausing point to just acknowledge there's been so much said in this album so far. Like, she led the album with just talking about how great we are as a people. And then she proceeded to go in and talk about how we've been great as a people for a long time. She even repped her own people on Northside from Philly. She made her little jokes, but she never told any lies. And then she started to really get into like some of the deeper aspects of like where these underlying insecurities could come from. By the time she got to Pressure and Biggest Pimp of the Year, like a lot of our insecurities are not just, they don't just come out of nowhere. They come from society, they come from our families, they come from the stimuli that we've been given over and over again. And until you start to deciding to make different choices for yourself, you're going to keep repeating those same cycles. With that being said, like I said, I think this is an amazing pausing point. Just to give it a moment to sit in. We are already 11 pieces in. We only have 8 more songs left. So I'm going to take a little break. Y'all take a little break. And then we will be right back with Freedom Behind Bars, Part 2 of To Whom It May Concern by Miss Jill Scott. I'm Indigo. Thanks, y'all. I want to thank y'all for making it through the first half of this album with me. If you are interested in hearing anything else that I have to say, please tune in for part 2 where we will continue dissecting songs number 12 through 19 on the album. And we will continue to talk about just all the release, all the beautiful messages that came in Miss Jill Scott's album. And we're going to continue to listen to this and enjoy this together, dissect it together, and go a little bit deeper and find the freedom behind our bars. My name is Indigo Forrest. Thank you so much for watching.